All right, so the book is called Cassie and Tonk. Very unique name, and I'm hearing really great things about it. Give me the breakdown on the concept and how it all came together.
Cassie and Tonk is Justin's fault. He had an idea that just wouldn't go away and wasn't exactly sure how to develop it into a full story, which actually turned out not to be true. He knew exactly what he needed once we started. But he brought me in to help write the story and to craft it into a narrative. And he designed the characters and the world, and he just let me play with his toys, basically.
So tell me about that first day that the idea popped into your head. What was that like for you?
It was, I was working at a game development company at the time, and it was a piece of loose leaf on my desk, and I just, the idea popped into my head, big robot holding an umbrella for a little girl. And it was just, it's a cute little drawing, and that idea just stuck in my head for a couple of years, and I just played around with the ideas, and it changed up a lot. And then one day I found the scrap of paper was in my car. It somehow had gotten under the seat. I picked it back up, and yeah, that's when things really got rolling, because when an idea just sticks around in your head for that long, there's something to it. It's like having that good song that just won't go away.
Yeah, so that's a pretty quick process, I would say, maybe 10 months to get the whole finished product together. What were some of the keys that made you guys work so well together?
One of the main elements to streamline that process was Will Little. He did a 3D model for us, and we brought him a bunch of sketches and turnarounds, and he turned that into a posable 3D environment model that then we could reference, and that speeds up the art process. Justin can talk more to that.
Yeah, so Will Little and I worked together at the game development company, so the pipeline always goes 2D concept art and then it goes to the 3D team. So we'd work together on quite a few things. I knew what he could do, and I knew that process could streamline this, and I don't think it's really been done with graphic knowledge before. It was like we got that insight from working on games, and so we just kind of reverse engineered the process for what we needed, and yeah, it made everything so much easier and quicker.
I think let's go to the basics. What is the story of Cassie and Tonk?
I think from the get-go, we wanted to tell a really simple story. It was always just about a girl who's in kind of a dangerous world. She meets her best friend Tonk, and they're just kind of in it together. They're going on a journey together and just trying to do the best they can with, the post-apocalyptic world they're in. So at its core, it's just it's a tug at the heartstrings friendship story. So
one of the main things that we were looking at doing to this story, I have 2 little kids, and every time you read a book to a child, they ask questions. Right. And it just seemed like a way that we could have a question answered. And, everyone has someone they love. Spoiler alert, everyone has someone they lose, right? And that's a conversation I think more parents, guardians, or parental units, whoever they might be.
This is why he's a writer. He
right?
put so much more thought into it. I just wanted to do a pretty book that, had some robots in it.
At one point, we said to ourselves, we're going to make parents cry in 40 pages, and that was an academic sort of decision. But then over the course of that, a family member was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So I went from being a writer of a story to being the first reader of that story in that same position, and it's been a really personal project for me as a result.
What would you say the theme of it is?
That it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Do you have any plans of maybe pitching this as a film?
We have a story for you.
Okay, good.
Right. But yesterday, about 25 people said to us, this should be an animated film.
Or people assumed it was
already a movie.
And this is the book afterwards.
So I said, the next time that happens, tomorrow, everyone that asks us, we're going to say, well, are you a movie producer? So about 5 more people in, someone said, actually, I am.
I am.
So we've arranged a meeting for later in the year, and we're talking already about some of those things.
Well, just because the artwork is so unique, I think it's something that will translate very well in the theaters. So, I want to be the one who first says it. Besides those 25 that came and asked, I'm the one who said it first. This is going to be a major picture, and I'm going to get front row seats to it.
Now, lots of people at Comics Asylum, right, probably want to make comics.
Yes.
So we're going to say this to you. When you have an idea, write it down. The idea that doesn't go away, turn it into something. Right? This was a scrap of paper under his car seat, and now we're holding the book.
Isn't that interesting how things like that will happen in life? And I think that's another lesson you can take away from just perseverance to get to where you want to be. So lastly, I just wanted to say, congratulations, guys. Is there any chance of maybe a part 2 or a continuing story? Look at me. I think I know my stuff.
Yeah. Leading up to the final deadline of this project, I spent a lot of nights at the studio sleeping on a couch.
Yeah, we joked that's how we know a project's almost done.
That's how you know it's almost
done. If you
done.
sleep overnight at the studio, we're almost done. Yeah.
So I think I need at least like a 1.5 year break from Cassie and Tonk before I go back to drawing them again. But there's definitely been some ideas thrown around, and there is some definite.
He's being modest. He has about 3 new kids book projects that he's working on, and you'll see those, I'm sure, before the year's out.
All right, guys, Kwame here for Comics Asylum. I'm telling you, Cassie and Tonk, it's going to be a heavy hitter. You heard it here first, and hey, pick it up for your kids.
This is Gregory Kamichuk and Justin Curry. I'm the writer of Cassie and Tonk. He's the artist.
And you've been watching Comics Asylum.